Namaskar and a very warm welcome to the special program on personality development for learners, which is being brought to you by National Institute of Open Schooling. I am Sakal Bhatt. Well, in this edition, we'll try and put in perspective the importance and the need for personality development for adolescents, for learners, why is it really important, and how these personality development skills can be extended to life skills. So in terms to inculcate the power of positive thinking, being goal-setting, goal-oriented, and how one can really infuse that vitality and confidence and achieve their respective goals. Remember, we are talking about learners and adolescents here. And to do so, we have with us a very eminent panel today. We're very glad to have with us Dr. Anshu Asri. She is a medical officer, DAV Centenary Public School, Paschim Enclave, Delhi. Dr. Asri, very warm welcome to you. We also welcome on board with us Dr. Ashok Agarwal. He's Technical Director, Family Health International, which of course is an international NGO. And we have with us Mrs. Shidokina Datta. She is Project Manager, Health Education Learning Programs. Mrs. Datta, welcome to you as well. And we, of course, have a lovely, wonderful audience in the studio. We welcome you all to the studio. And before we actually kickstart the discussion, let's quickly ask our target group, the learner group, as to what is their perspective, what do they really understand by the basic concept of personality. Okay, if you could just explain, what do you really understand by personality?
According to me, personality is the appearance in front of many people.
The appearance. Okay, can you add something more to it?
According to me, it is the social well-being of a person.
Appearance, social well-being, and we can have one more.
Things which make a person, his daily routines and his walking style and all that stuff like that.
All right, all that stuff, that's what she said. Something which makes you. But if we take all this a little ahead and put it in a broader perspective as to what exactly personality development means, let's see what Mr. Shiv Khera, eminent motivator, has to say about it.
Personality is a composite of our thinking process, mannerism, behavior, and action all put together is a composite which is called personality. The way I behave, the way I think, the way I act, my courtesies, the manners which reflects in our relationship, that is personality. And a personality can be positive or it can be negative. What makes a personality positive? It is their behaviors, actions, habits, which come as a reflex action, that is called personality. At the same time, negative behaviors and actions become reflexes too. It's a matter of conditioning, and that is what is called personality.
Now let's take this concept to the panelists, and I would like to start with Dr. Asri. The basic understanding of the concept personality development, particularly when we are targeting a learner group, adolescent. What do we really understand?
I would describe personality as an umbrella term which has got two basic components, the inner self component and the outer self component. One of you said it's about the appearance, that is the outer self. The way you walk, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, that is the outer self of your personality. The inner self is your aspirations, your desires, your likings, your goals, the way you interact with people, that is the inner self. When we talk about development of this personality, we must take into account each and every aspect of this personality and try and enhance whatever we have already got. That is what is personality development.
Having understood the basic personality trait, let's just identify the need. What are these areas? Where do we really need it when we talk about them or the learners for that matter?
We in our lives at different phases, maybe when we are children like you, what we are facing is the day-to-day challenges of learning, the day-to-day challenges of dealing with development of ourselves, that is physical development, mental development. So we look forward to interact with people. We look forward to how to build and maintain our relationship. We look forward to how to understand the way we develop physically. And then also what we have is, we have the challenges of learning in terms of performing well in our studies. Then we have challenges where we think of what I should become in my life, so we have ambitions to achieve. Then we have examples in front of us that, well, this person has achieved so much, how did that person do it? Then when we go into the next phase of life, beyond children, students, adolescents, when we become adults, then we have other challenges to deal with. We have challenges of earning our livelihood.
Basically an ongoing process
Yeah,
that it is.
right.
Now, if you could just take it target-centric sense, that when we talk about, okay, school kids or students' education or into education, now the needs are many there as well.
You know, adolescence, basically it is a time when their relationships are very important to them. There are pressures on them, there are expectations from parents, from teachers, from society to perform. They have to set goals and targets for themselves. Also, teachers are telling them about and the families telling them about having the right values. So basically, I would say that personality development, you know, development means an improvement, something, a change for the better. And anything in life can be improved, whether it's a business plan, whether it's a personality. Okay, there's nothing which is perfect. We can just maybe organize it like this, that personality development, one is, like our learners also said, is the social aspect. How we build relationships, how we understand each other, how we communicate with people, and how empathetic we are towards others. These are the social skills. Man is a social animal.
Right.
Okay. The second, I think she was talking about the thinking skills. You know, the goal. So you know, it's not just talking well and looking good. That's just one part. That is how we are perceived. But then, to be somebody, to achieve something in life, we must have some goals in life. Where are we headed? I mean, can you think of a
Sense of direction, that's what
sense of direction,
Yeah.
okay? And lastly, I would say that all this, at the end, there has to be a self-awareness. What is right? What is wrong? What are my values? What is my code of conduct? What are the rules of behavior I set for myself? You know, that I think, that character is the essence of a good personality.
code of conduct, that's what you mentioned,
Is
Sudhokana.
the character.
Yes, but then I'm sure they must be having some questions. Yes.
Yes.
Ma'am, you just talk about self-awareness. So I just want to ask you that how should we be self-aware?
Number one, awareness about, let us start with the small things, about the kind of person I am. Okay? Like we see learners, adolescents of this age group, some are underconfident, some are shy, some on the other hand are very aggressive, very rude. This is your social aspect. How do you communicate? How you communicate with people? Sometimes, you know, you need to take feedback from the people around you, from people you trust, your teachers, your friends. Okay, so that is one part. My self-concept, you know, how people look at me, you know, I need to check from others also. Second thing, which I feel is, you know, when we talk about a direction in life, the goals, often students get into this thing that, you know, they get pressurized. My friend is doing so and so, I have to do it. You know, IT is the in thing, so I have to do it. Everyone who's somebody is doing science. There again, self-awareness is of vital importance. That what are my abilities? What am I good at? What do I enjoy doing?
Identifying your positives first and
Yes.
working upon your weaknesses, negatives. We'll come to that, but he has a question there. Yes.
I want to know that why people tend to disrespect others.
One, the child itself is a little pranky, or the